Hey guys, welcome back to Bearded Lumber. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in. Well, as you can see behind me, I've done a thing. I spent some money. Today's video is how to spend your money wisely for your business and why this was a wise purchase for us. May not be for you. Come back and we'll talk about it and several other things. Okay guys, welcome back. Matthew and I appreciate you tuning in here with us. Today's video is pretty simple. I want to talk a little bit about money. You know, I don't spend money lightly. You know, if I spend money, I've thought about why we're doing it, why we're doing this, you know, how it's going to benefit us, whatever. And I recommend you do that in every part of your life. But when it comes to business, I don't mind spending money, but I won't spend it as wisely as possible. And sometimes you can spend money to make money, or you can spend money to save money. Case in point, there's 10 boxes of wood mizer blades here. It's going to blow some of you out of the water. We bought a brand new sawmill this year, and this makes 20 boxes that I've purchased this year. We still have 3 boxes unopened. Plus, I got a pallet in today from Estes. Big shout out to them. Did a great job, delivered right here at the house. I took the tractor and unloaded it, and he was on his merry way. He was happy, and I was happy. Actually made the UPS man happy too, because he stopped by yesterday, and I said, buddy, you just missed it. He said, what do you mean? I said, you know them box of blades I normally get? He said, yeah, I hate them things. I said, I ordered 10 of them, and luckily they truck shipped them instead of sending from UPS. So even the UPS guy was happy. But the reason we bought 10 boxes is I called my buddy up, Joe Maine. We advertise for him all the time. And if you need blades, equipment, sharpeners, setters, whatever, give him a call. He's there to help. I noticed the other day, so I looked at the wood, I get all the Wood Mizer emails and stuff. I noticed they had a good sale on double hard saw blades for the month of October, as well as free shipping. And we were down to 3 boxes. We didn't need any for probably another couple months, but we just finished up a big job, had a good payday, had some extra money in the bank. I spent some of it whining. We bought some tooling from them the other day, and I wanted to get some blades. So I called Joe up and said, Joe, this dirt. Yeah. I said, I need a good deal on blades. How many do I need to buy? That's probably my first mistake. He said, well, if you get 10, we'll talk to you. So whatever, I'll get 10 boxes of blades. There is a price break in buying volume, people. And I'm sure if I was willing to buy 100, I could probably look for another price break. But I don't need 100 blades, 100 boxes. This 10 boxes is equivalent to 200 blades. And we're hoping, Matthew and I hope, we don't need any blades for 6 months or more. We'll see. You know, things happen. Those first 10 boxes, I've got 25 in here that I can't use because I've hit some kind of foreign object and got a tooth out. I got to get them fixed and resharpened and put back in service. And we probably broke 15 or 20 that just were burnt. We hit something and just destroyed the blade, broke them in half and threw them away. So it happens as far as doing the business. So this is a cost that you're going to entail in your sawmill business is blades. Now, if you're only sawing weekends, you don't need 10 boxes unless you just got money laying around. And it's a good cost savings for you. Maybe you got 5 years worth of blades. That's fine. They don't go bad. Just keep them in the dry. Don't let them get rained on rusty for any means. But if you're running a full-time saw business 2 or 3 days a week, and if you're resharpening 3 or 4 or 5 boxes a month, this might be something you want to look at. Call Joe. Hey, Joe, I'd like to get 10 boxes. What can you do for me on my size mill? Because mine's different than yours. I run a 195-inch band. They're quite expensive to start with. The first box I bought with the mill you know, I had an eye-opening experience. They're quite expensive. But if you're running a 35-40, the smaller bands, they're not near as bad. The 1.25" 45 thousandths, where these are 1.5" 55 thousandths at 195 inches. They're a big band. I can hold it. I can hold it right here and walk through it. They're kind of cumbersome. We just put a new one on the mill before we quit. They're kind of hard to get a hold of. I can't spread my arms hardly wide enough to pull it together to hold it, but we manage. So, like I say, that's the point of this video, is understanding when you need to spend money to either save money later or save money now. It's all calculated. Same thing with our truck over here. I could have easily went and bought a $40,000 truck. It wouldn't have bothered me to make the payment for 4 or 5 years, but I don't need a $50,000 truck. I'm a whole lot happier with that truck sitting over there paid for. Yeah, it ain't the prettiest in the world yet, but wrap on the paint and sandblast and paint the bed, be as nice as any truck out there. So, what else, Matthew? Just, you know, we're talking about money, and I don't understand these schools nowadays don't teach economics, common sense economics. I'm old school. If you've got a problem with a credit card, I'll tell you how to fix it. Switch yourself over to cash. And when your pocketbook is empty, you're broke. Don't spend no more money. But when you spend it all on a credit card, it don't hurt till the end of the month. Now, I use everything in my business on my business debit card, and I do that for business purposes. But beforehand, you know, everything I did in cash. I paid my car taxes, car tag, home insurance, everything. You know, I'd go in the Farm Bureau office and say, here's the local farmer, he's paying with cash. I'll shut up and take it, you know. It's good way of teaching you fundamentals of managing money. Now, once you get that down, you can go back to a credit card, but credit card just don't hurt. I can swipe, you know, a couple $1,000s on a credit card and no pain. The pain comes later though. So that's your tip of the day. Try working on cash to teach yourself some good economic principles of when you're out of money. You know, when you're broke, you're broke. I remember when Matthew was little, we ate a lot of hot dog suppers because, you know, it took a lot of money to raise 3 kids and make a house payment and car payment and different things. We eat a lot of hot dog and beanie weenie suppers. But it taught me good economic principles because in my younger years, got behind on a credit card. Learned my lesson. I don't ever want to do that again. That's a good way to lose a fortune, paying 28% on a stinking credit card. So I think that's going to do it, guys. If you got any questions about this, you know, drop them in the comment section. I'll do my best to answer them. As always, a huge shout out to Wood Mizer and Joe Maine. Joe's an awesome friend to Bearded Lumber, and he's a good friend. We appreciate him. But he'll treat you just like he does me if you call him up and need something. So his information will be in the description. Anything you need to do with Mizer, give him a call. If he can't help you, he'll put you right in touch with the person that can. As always, if you need a hat, check out beardedlumbernc.com. We got hats for sale. What else, Matthew? Not a whole lot in this video, but very important. I mean, when it comes to sawmilling, economics is vitally important.
Running any kind of business.
Yeah, any kind of business. Widgets, whatever you're doing, you got to keep on top of the economics of money coming in, money going out, what kind of buffer you're happy with, you know, what kind of checking account number that makes you feel comfortable that if it's slow for a week or two, you know, you're not going to go belly up, because this is different than working in a factory and company job. I did that since I was 18 years old up till I was 56. You know, every week get a check. You know, I think once or twice we missed a check on Friday because FedEx was late or UPS was grounded or something, but the check was in the mail. It was coming. This is not like that. This, you know, I may go 2 or 3 weeks and really not collect any money, and we're still working, you know. still got bills to pay, got things got to do, and then the money will start coming in. So it just takes time and effort to learn where your business is at. And that's one reason I tell you, always take care of the small jobs. Previous video, we did a little bit of sawing for a guy wanting some fence work. That's a small job. Wasn't a lot of money, but he'll be here this week. He'll pay for it, and it'll be in my pocket. The big jobs, you'll do them, and it may take you a month to do the job, and then they'll pick it up. Then you'll get paid, and it's a process. So you got to find a balance. That's why I like to keep the small jobs, because they normally come in and go out pretty quick, and it keeps a little cash flow coming and going. Because people like Wood Mizer, they like to get paid, So enough talking. I think that's going to do it, guys. We appreciate you watching. You got any comments, drop them in the comment section. That's going to do it. We'll see you back at the mill.
Thank you for watching. Here's a video selection and a playlist suggestion. Click here to subscribe for more great content. We'll see you at the mill.